first high school graduate. What a year that was. No matter how much we budgeted, no one could have prepared us for the Ides of May. No one ever told us that in May, your child wakes up in the morning with their hand outstretched and every sentence is prefaced by, I need. The education that you thought was free back in September isn't. I need $12 for a book I lost. I need $6 for a ticket to the baseball playoffs. I need $3 for a present for Miss Weems, who is retiring. I need your gas card and your car to drive to a party. I need $40 to stand at a desk that someone who looks like me carved my name on. The kid who dressed like a geek for 12 years suddenly had a social life which requires a wardrobe. I need heels for senior dress-up day. I need makeup for the class picture, even though I'm in the last row. I need a dress for awards day. Parents who support a high school graduate in the final days of May should be eligible for graduation relief benefits. Before you kick in for a senior send-off, you better be sure he or she is going. I need a car of my own to show everyone my parents love me. I need a $200 suit to wear under a graduation gown. I need rental fees for my tux. I need money for flowers. I need money for graduation pictures. The pictures are delivered in April. By June, the cap and gown have been stuffed in the closet, the diploma is jammed in the back of the baby book, the film of graduation is still in the camera, and will remain there until the birth of the graduate's first child. The embossed thank you notes are lost. There is only one reminder left of that glorious day when your child fills you with such pride. 192 friendship photos. When your child ordered 200 of them back in February, you would have thought he would have mentioned that he only had 8 friends. But not a word was said. How could you have possibly known he was such a loser? How do you unload 192 friendship photos? Those of us with cheap ethic can be pretty creative. I began by sending them to anyone who had ever spoken to me, or looked at me like he wanted to speak to me. I sent them to strangers in the phone book who had our same last name. For a while, I used them as tips. Remember, young man, there's more where these came from. I need money for a class ring. Every year, millions of class rings are ordered by millions of high school graduates. Yet, no one ever sees them. What happened to them? Class rings are what are lost before your check clears the bank. They are what you paid $35 to a washer repairman to retrieve. Class rings, belonging to boys, are what dangle from chains and cleavages of girls as a promise to spend the rest of your life together, if you go to the same college. Class rings, belonging to girls, are what dangle from the first pinky knuckle of a boy who says he will never take it off, and it's later found in the gym bag. Class rings are what multiply and appear in the knife and fork drawer and in the corner of the bathtub. Sometimes they turn green. I need money for prom. In the movies, it's always a big scene. The boy picking up the girl for prom, holding a box in one hand containing a corsage, standing at the bottom of the stairs looking awkward and uncomfortable while talking with the girl's parents. Suddenly, she appears. Their little girl has emerged from her pigtails and jeans into a woman in a long flowing dress. She has usually developed a bust of unbelievable proportions and the braces are off her teeth. It's a great scene if you're the mother of the daughter. But no movie has ever filmed a scene in which a son emerges from the bathroom on prom night wearing a white tux and tails, an ascot tie, wing-collared shirt, patent leather shoes, a walking cane, and looking like he just fell off the top of a wedding cake. There are no violins with the sun, no magic moment when your eyes meet filled with tears, no moment when you throw your arms around him and declare him full grown. A boy just runs around like he has starch in his underwear. He tries to be cool about the outfit, but you know him well enough to see the anxiety. Will the toilet tissue clot the blood in his face that he got when he cut himself shaving? Will his palms sweat when he dances? Was that spot in his jacket there before he brought it home? Will the corsage smell like the garlic and the spaghetti next to it in the refrigerator? Will he have enough money for the restaurant? Suppose he has to write a check. Will he cash a check to someone who has no checking account? With the sun, it's corny to take pictures. Besides, he's late. You have to remember it all. The peck on the cheek, a slam of the door. You run to the window to watch him climb into a rented limousine that costs more to rent than a week in a cabin on a lake. But he threatened to self-destruct if he had to appear in public in a station wagon with a bumper sticker that said, "Have you hugged your children today?" The mystique of boy turned man lasts until you reach the bathroom. Heavy steam settles over 15 Band-Aid wrappers, 8 wet towels, foam-covered sink, 3 razor blades, some shampoo and soap oozing down the drain, garment bags, boxes, tissues, and a bill for $56.75 hanging on the shower head. The child lives. I need money for a capping gown to graduate. If you are naive enough to believe that all men and women are created equal, just go to a graduation ceremony sometime and look at all the graduates dressed alike. For a ceremony that is supposed to be universal and dedicated to the principle of conformity is a crock. If you are short, if you have a chest, or if you have a head that is not flat, forget it. Commencement exercises are not for you. The gowns are basically one size fits all. All of what? All of whom? No one knows. True, the arms are ample. I know of one person that had to let the sleeves out. The gowns themselves are merely designed for tall people who weigh no more than 80 pounds. Every year, millions of people attend graduation ceremonies all over the country to pay tribute to those who have attained academic excellence. But underneath that rented mortarboard and gown is a kid in shorts and an obscene t-shirt fighting to get out. The Ides of May was a force to be dealt with. And just when we thought it was safe to write a check again, she threatened, "I'm going to college to become a doctor."